Hey, this is your boy, D, Nostradamus, Novice, aka Derek. And are you frustrated? Are you angry? Are you having just that really crazy bad day? Is it probably because of, it being, March? How about that? March. How about that? The spring is right around the corner, and you know what brings spring or whatnot. It's those in and out days where it's cold and it's hot, and then it's cold and then it's hot, and then you have this crazy stuff called rain that just comes out of the blue. It gives you really up and down vibes, and you get just this rampant sickness or whatnot because you can't really, and it's just how about that? And you just want to just be in the house all day, and you want to be upset and angry, but you can't because you have to go to work. You got to go pay bills. You got to do things like that. So now you're sick, and you got to go to work, and it's rainy, it's cold, it's hot. It's explosion. How about this? Instead of you being frustrated at everything else that's going on around the world, how about you get your frustrations out here on Wrestlekram Gripe? If you're watching this today, you're watching this tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be possible. Without you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you so much for allowing your boy D Nostradamus for doing the show. How about that? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. As soon as this show pops up, you can watch it. How about that? That's great. If you don't know anything about Wrestlekram Gripes, first and foremost, welcome. But I put out a feed each and every single Wednesday. It's actually out right now, so you can get your gripes in right now. Anything that with wrestling, of course, pop culture, politics, anything that consists of anything that really had you going, had your mojo percolating, you can put it out here. We'll talk about it. We'll have a great time about it. How about that? And we'll have some great times as well. Don't forget, I'm on the TikToks. I'm on Twitter or X. I'm also on Facebook. I have my own Facebook group club. It is called Wrestlekram Super Club. Go check me out over there as well. I'm posting on there a lot. I post on there a lot. So, you can always get at me on there on the TikToks or Twitter as well. You can hang out with me or whatnot. I'm always there. You guys. So, but anyway, without further ado, let's get into the gripes. The very first gripe is going to be from Laurel. How we doing, Laurel? Is it me, or is R-Truth getting a little annoying with some of these storylines? He went from the Judgment Day now to try to reform DX. Can we slow down on these really weird stories? Your gripe is 100% confirmed. I'm really starting to get annoyed by R-Truth. I'm sorry. I love Ron Killings. I really do. I think he's a really great character, a really flushed out character to be in the comedy area now. I really do. I think he's really good. But here's the thing. Yes, he's getting quite annoying. And I don't know what they're trying to do in bringing this all to fruition. I mean, the way it's looking, I thought that they were going to do like a R-Truth and Miz versus the Judgment Day for the tag team titles. That looks like it's probably not going to happen. He's with DIY now, and he's trying to, I guess, think of these people as like DX now. I mean, it's really starting to get really weird. Even he went to Shawn Michaels and called him Johnny Gargano, and had him like, you can be Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels like, what the F? So I mean, I thought that was a really good video. I mean, I follow him on TikTok, and I follow him on Twitter as well, and Facebook. He is hilarious. But, my question now, this is my question. Is he going to be on WrestleMania 40? And will he, play a pivotal role in taking those titles off of Judgment Day. I, in my heart, hope that that happens, but we have to circumnavigate back to the Judgment Day where he should be talking to, anybody in that in the tag team that's in Judgment Day. Damian Priest or Finn Balor should be trying to, keep that going, or have The Miz try to keep him focused on trying to get those tag titles off of Judgment Day. I think it's going to be, if it does happen, it's going to be a really fun match. And I really would like that to happen. I really would enjoy that to happen. So, if that does happen, yes. Is he getting annoying? Yes, your gripe is 100% confirmed. I most definitely agree with you on that situation. Thank you so much for that gripe, Laurel. The next gripe is going to be from Mr. Greenhead. How we doing, Mr. Greenhead? So, one of your favorite comedians, Tom Segura, said that wrestling fans are the R word. On last week's show of Two Bears, One Cave. What do you think about that? Listen to me, Tom Segura. Listen to me, Tom Segura. Listen to me, Tom Segura. Still love you. You're awesome. What can I say? You're one of the greatest comedians of our era. I love Tom Segura. He is a comedian. That's what he does. He tries to push the envelope. He does not like wrestling. I think he likes wrestling to a certain extent, but he's not a wrestling fan. Of course, he's going to try to make fun of people. That's what he does. That's his job. He made millions and millions of dollars doing exactly what he does. Keeping things controversial. That's what he does. It's fun. I enjoy Tom Segura. Y'all go check out what is it? Your Mom's House, Two Bears, One Cave. What more can you say about this guy? He is hilarious. I love Tom Segura. I think he's one of the greatest comedians of all time. He is in my Mount Rushmore of greatest comedians of all time. Keep up the great work, but I will say this, Tom. I will say this, Tommy. You talk about wrestling again. You talk about wrestling and how we are R words. What you have like a zillion followers or whatnot? You're gonna jump. They're gonna jump on me or whatnot. Maybe they subscribe to me or whatnot. How about that? But anyway, no, Tom, you're awesome. Christina P, you're awesome. Hot Salt is the best. Keep your pants high and tight. I'm coming over. I'm coming in May. I'm coming up in May. Things like that. Do I effing love? I love it. I love it to death. Tom, hey, give me a shout out about that. But anyway, I love you. I love y'all. Much love to that group over there. Awesome. If you have not subscribed to Your Mom's House, go subscribe to Your Mom's House. I love him to death. He's awesome. But thank you so much for that question, Mr. Greenhead. The next question is going to be from a Dragon Hunter XD. How we doing, Dragon Hunter XD? Why is Tony still booking why is he still booking mega stadiums? This is getting really, really weird. Sad to see a hard camera on only one side of the arena. That person, your gripe is 100% confirmed. I will say that, yes, it is. That person who was doing the booking, he's no longer there, number one. So we will see what happens. Yes, I agree. The hard camera is in one area because the other area has nobody there. So I understand exactly what you're talking about. It is really, really weird to see that there's okay, so if you look, okay, disclaimer. Okay, I am a AEW fan. I keep saying this because I want to let you know that I enjoy AEW. But, some of the decisions that Tony Khan has done are just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if he's getting a discount off of these huge vineyards and instead of the small vineyards, but I promise you, the bigger, like if you go to a city or whatnot, and it is a AEW hardcore fan base, like Chicago, like over there in New York, the northern areas, or people who are just a big fan of just wrestling, which is the southern area as well, where I'm located at. They did one in Bossier in a huge vineyard, the Brookshires arena. I think it was pretty a decent size over there. But this arena is huge. It is a huge arena. But once again, all I can say is that it's getting to a point, where it's like just head scratching because the hard camera is just in one area and they can't really go to another area because there's nobody there. So they have replaced him. I don't know exactly who that person is, but I think they are going to try to start booking smaller venues. They're going to have to. Civic centers. I mean, somewhere that's more intimate. I mean, until they can actually get those areas, the fan base a little bigger. Also, they are crisscrossing the WWE. So, it's really weird when you have WWE who they have really huge groups of people coming. But here's the thing. When you are booking after the WWE, they've already had their fill of wrestling. So, I mean, yes, I think the point of them having these big places they're going right behind wrestling shows. And they need to not do that. If the WWE is in the South, you should be in the West. And if WWE is in the West, you should be in the North. That's how it should be. You shouldn't be trying to go right behind the WWE, and that's what happens with that. And it truly sucks. I think once again, Tony Khan has said that they are changing a lot of stuff. And I think there's going to be some great changes, some really good situations that's going to happen. So we're just going to have to hopefully wait for a little bit, and eventually everything will come full circle. But, you're absolutely right. I mean, the hard camera is just, it's really hard to watch some of the shows sometime. I mean, that Boston show I think is going to be really, really big, due to the fact that we're going to have probably Okada there, and of course we're going to have Mercedes Moné there as well. It's going to be a huge turnout because, he's already, trying to promote that show. So I don't know where they're going to be at. Hopefully that is a big vineyard or a stadium type of, not a stadium, but a big area for them to have that show. But, once again, your gripe is 100% confirmed. I most definitely agree with that situation. Thank you so much for your gripe, Dragon Hunter XD. The next gripe is going to be from Handlebar Mustache. How we doing, Handlebar Mustache? My issue is with Dave Nelson. Really? I'm truly lost by his obsession of the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Tony Khan, and his love of AEW. Can you explain that? I will say this. Dave Meltzer to me is controversial for a lot of different things. I mean, do I think that he is a great wrestling historian? Hands down, yes. The guy's been doing this since probably the late 70s, early 80s. He knows his stuff when it comes to the history of wrestling. So hands down, I will say that. But, I agree with you with his obsession with AEW and Tony Khan, to the point of him just saying that everything that they do now is just law. I mean, I remember, I think it was a year ago when they said the top booker of all of wrestling last year was Tony Khan. And I'm like, what? Scott D'Amore Scott D'Amore did a great job over there in Impact going back into TNA. Triple H did a great job in the booking of all of WWE main roster. Shawn Michaels did a great job booking NXT. So I'm like, are you serious? Tony Khan? He's not even a booker to really be exact. He's really just puts on great matches. There are some compelling story angles there, but mostly they're there for just matches. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just matches. Once again, I am an AEW fan. I have to keep saying this disclaimer. I'm an AEW fan. And I'm a big fan of Dave Nelson when it comes to history. But yeah, your gripe is 100% confirmed. I mean, he is truly obsessed with the Kenny Omegas, the Young Bucks, anything that is AEW. And it's like, it's weird because you are a historian. And I thought that if you are a historian, especially of wrestling, you would think that, it would be a situation where you are trying truly to understand story angles. And with that, AEW really doesn't, they have a less time of building stories than just making, fantasy matches. And their matches are good. Don't get me wrong, the matches are good. But, yeah, it's a really weird situation with Dave Meltzer. But, it is what it is. I would love to sit down with Dave Meltzer and talk to him and just, try to, dig in his head and see exactly what he is truly, fascinated about when it comes to AEW. Do I think he's being paid? No, of course not. I don't think Tony Khan is paying the guy. It just seems like, he went from a leap from, loving story angles to just loving dream matches now. It's just really, really weird to me. But, your gripe is 100% confirmed. I most definitely agree with you on that handlebar mustache. Thank you so much for that gripe. The next gripe is going to be from Black Starboy. How we doing, Black Starboy? I have beef with AT&T for the $5 credit after my phone was off for like 5 to 6 hours. Okay, well, I do not have AT&T, so ha ha ha. I'm a Verizon wireless fan. Huge, love Verizon to death. And I will say this, I have a lot of friends, including one of my college professors, my English college professor. He was truly pissed off about that situation. And, I mean, I don't even think we got a lecture in because he was just upset about the AT&T situation. So it was very funny. I thought it was interesting. And they were saying that the average that it was out was like $5. I mean, okay, yeah, I got you on that. Makes perfect sense. Of course, I know that you're a company and you are trying to, build to a point where, hey, we still got to make money. But $5? Come on now. $5 to everybody that's AT&T is nothing to you. You could have did like the $15, $20 to everybody in AT&T. You are a multi-billion-dollar company. Come on. AT&T, you should have did better than that. Your gripe is 100% confirmed. I most definitely agree with you. And I'm sorry for everybody who has AT&T. Go to Verizon. How about that? Thank you so much, Black Starboy. The next gripe is going to be from Southern Belle. How we doing, Southern Belle? Sometimes I have a gripe with the dirt sheets giving out information of talent signing somewhere else. It can get quite annoying. I'm kind of 50-50 with this because most of my shows now, if you have not noticed, are pretty much dirt sheet related. So I can go 50-50. I understand that, dirt sheets do reveal things like Okada signing with AEW, Mercedes Moné signing with AEW, even Tonga signing with WWE, and of course Hammerstone over there signing with TNA, and all the other signings with TNA. But here's the thing, I will say this. let me be devil's advocate right now, okay? Let's say, for instance, that, we didn't have dirt sheets, right? And we get the situation where, we get like Tonga, who had his last match over there in New Japan, and he's just very, very emotional, because I did see his last match in New Japan. He's very emotional, and he's giving love to the New Japan symbol in the middle of the ring. He's kissing it, he's tapping it, and we're like, what's going on? We don't know what's going on. See, the dirt sheets provide things like that, like, hey, why is he doing that? Boom, he's leaving. Now we don't know where he's going or whatnot. So, I mean, I think the dirt sheets play a pivotal role in things like that. Also, I will say this, and I do mean this with all due respect. If you don't like the dirt sheets, if you don't like the dirt sheets at all, don't get on social media. Don't get on these areas where they are providing these situations or whatnot. If you want to be left high and dry, you can most definitely be left high and dry by eliminating all of the news outlets and, stop watching things like myself or whatnot. But I don't really do that. I don't really provide that information. It's only just me. I don't have, sources out there in the world. But you have that option as well. But here's another thing that I can say I can be a devil's advocate on as well. We don't know when they're actually going to a particular area unless, we announce it like Tony Khan did with the boss thing in Boston. I will say this. I will honestly say this. I honestly did not know that CM Punk was going to be on AEW. I didn't know that he was going to be on AEW. I didn't know he was going to do a 30-minute freaking promo on how much he wanted to come back. Also, I didn't know that we were going to get Bastard Pac or Kyle O'Reilly back in AEW on Revolution. Didn't know that. These are things that are really, really fun. Yes, we knew that Kyle O'Reilly was getting to a point where he is back healthy. We did get that. We also got where they said Bastard Pac is back 100% healthy. We got all of that. We really did. But, once again, how they did it, how they brought him back, oh my God, it was really, really good. Let's not forget about CM Punk. We knew that he wanted to come back to the WWE. They said no. But, out of nowhere, we got CM Punk on Survivor Series at the very end. So, I mean, the expectations are really, really huge when it comes to these signings and these coming to new areas. I mean, it's just the pop that we get because it's just really, really good. But, I'm kind of, in the up and down with that situation. You never know. You honestly never know about that. But, I would say 50-50 on this. But I do thank you. Great debate on that situation when it comes to the dirt sheets or whatnot. Because sometimes they do some really, really out-the-wall, really weird stuff. And sometimes they're not even right. So you can't really, hold them to a standard of that. You can hold them with a grain of salt. That's just, you can do that as well. But I do thank you for that gripe. Southern Belle. The very last gripe is going to be from Pomegranate Juice. Pomegranate Juice 96. How we doing, Pomegranate Juice? I'm lost over the fact that Chris Jericho is the highest paid wrestler in AEW, but also don't want to job out to the up-and-comers. This is crazy. I'm going to go 50% on this as well. The only reason why I'm going to go 50% on this is because Chris Jericho did something very, very good. He did if you don't know, a wrestler passed away last week, I think it was. What's his name? Goodness gracious, it's on the top of my tongue. The chauffeur to the $1 Million Man. I straight forgot his name, but he did pass away, and Chris Jericho did pay paid $5,000 toward his funeral. So all I can say is that I will say this: Chris Jericho is probably the highest paid person on AEW. Should he be? No. That should be MJF. That should be Samoa Joe. That should be their top card people that's getting paid. But even Jon Moxley, who had a phenomenal run as the champion like 3 times, one of the longest reigning champions. So a lot of people don't like Jon Moxley. I myself enjoy Jon Moxley, and he deserves the money that he gets. Orange Cassidy, he deserves the money that he gets. Chris Jericho, I guarantee he deserves the money that he gets. I guarantee there are things that he is doing behind the scenes that cater to not just his wrestling aspect. So I will say that. Also, yes, he has been putting people over. He did lose in this match at Revolution to give the number 1 contendership spot to Wardlow. So he's been doing okay things. The only thing that really troubles me is about the NDA things, the stuff with the female wrestler and some other things that's going on. They need to address that. So that's the only thing that really puzzles me about him. I truly think that he probably is a great trainer. I guarantee that he does a great job behind the scenes, trying to uplift people inside the ring as well. So I understand where you're coming from, but once again, we just don't know everything that what is Chris Jericho doing behind the scenes. And once again, he has put over some people. But, I still say this, Action Andrade, where is he? After he beat Chris Jericho, where's Action Andrade? But, it is what it is. But I 50-50 on your gripe, but I do thank you for that gripe of pomegranate juice. Thank you so much for that gripe. So my gripe personally is going to be about the people who are 100% WWE fans, people who do not like AEW at all. They can't stand AEW. I'm talking about the people who actually go to the Twitter and just find all of the botches and just put them on the video. They have like just botchamanias, just total botchamanias or whatnot. Once again, I will disclaimer and say that I am a WWE fan. I am an AEW fan. I am a wrestling fan. I'm starting to get into MLW, as a matter of fact. So trust me, when it comes to wrestling, I know it all. TNA, I'm starting to get into that as well. But the people who are really just crapping on AEW, and especially this match between Sting, Darby Allin, and the Young Bucks, why are we doing this? This was a retirement match, and yes, once again, Tony Khan is a very interesting owner, multi-billionaire, football owner, on both football and football. He does it all and whatnot. This guy has a ton of money and the business mind to go with it as well. But things happen. Things happen. I will say that. Do I respect Tony Khan? Yes, I do respect Tony Khan 100%. Should it have been a match I think would have been better? Yeah, it could have. That the spot with Darby Allin putting his body on the line, yes, I would have not done that. But was it a good match? That's the question. Was it a good match? I thought it was a pretty decent match. I wouldn't say it's the best of the best of the best match, but it was a good match. Was it overly booked? Yes. I mean, you have a 65-year-old icon in the ring, so yes, it was overbooked. So you have to respect the situation with this. All I can say is that you have a person who has been in the business since probably the 1970s. Over 30 or probably 30 years of in-ring experience. If you can't just respect that Sting retired, then I feel sorry for you. I truly feel sorry for you individually. I truly think that they could have done more. I really, really think so. But once again, you can only pull from videos that are approved. I guarantee the WWE was not going to give them any type of videos that, you know, cater to another company. So you have to respect that situation. I mean, it is what it is. All I can say is that we all love Sting. I will tell, I mean, let's say this. Even the people who are just don't like AEW, we all love Sting, right? And we all want to give Sting the proper flowers while he is still alive. And we want to respect his career. You might, once again, we might, you know, a lot of people might not like AEW and they don't like what happened with Sting. Okay, cool, gotcha. Understandable. But Sting himself, let's give him the respect. Let's give him the love. Let's give him his flowers. That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, if you didn't like the match, okay, cool, gotcha. But let's still love Sting. Let's still love the work that he gave us in history and whatnot. Let's give him that. Also, let's give respect to Darby Allin. Even though that spot was just crazy, but let's give him his flowers as well. And also the opponents that he had, which were the Young Bucks, who I think did a phenomenal job, phenomenal job with working with Sting. Once again, this is a 65-year-old man, so we have to respect that. So I respect everybody in this situation. I respect the Young Bucks for being as safe as possible. And I truly think that the Young Bucks should have a run with those titles as super heels. We should see this. This should happen. But thank y'all so much. What do you think about my personal? What do you think about everybody else's? You can give me a grade on that as well. Whatnot. How about that? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. As soon as this video uploads, you can watch it. You can consume it. Have a great time. Also, don't forget I'm on the Twitter machine or the X machine. I'm on TikTok. I also do have a Facebook group page. It is called Wrestlekram Super Club. So go check me out on all those platforms as well. Also, I will say this. I love y'all so much. I really do. I will start getting the shorts. I'm going to get those shorts up and ready for y'all as well. My TikTok, I don't know what's going on with that thing. It is just, I post and it just stays in the inbox. I don't know what's going on with it. Makes my head hurt. I'll figure that out. I'll see what happens with that. But I do thank y'all so much. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, including you, Tom Segura, including you, Wrestling